say to them anyway? You said you had so many meetings and discussions.
Over the period, we had so many meetings. So you can imagine, you win a football game, and you have 3 days later the next game, you have a short talk, bam, bam, bam. That was good. That's what we have to keep going, and then carry on, prepare the next game. When it's not going well, you cannot just go over it like this. So that's what I mean with meetings. We have so many meetings, and it's not about talking anymore. It's about delivering. It's about doing. That's what is the message actually. We spoke over that season so far. We spoke about pretty much everything, 100% at one specific point, just because it's on the table. It's clear. You have to. You cannot close your eyes and hope it will get better. But it's about us to deliver. And not about now. Yes, of course, in moments you have to talk. But this, I don't think there's anybody there really who can explain the drop between the two halves. So no, what happened is concede a goal and be reacted again in a very bad way, and concede the next one, and then it's the whole game is gone. So these kind of things are but you cannot. Talking is so. This meeting would have been then rather about what happened, and not so much what has to happen. And obviously, we are now already preparing Chelsea, and there's much more important what do we have to do, and we need to have these talks as well. And yeah, that's what will happen today, talking about Chelsea, because on the training pitch we cannot do an awful lot, and normal situation.
Dave?
Jurgen, not comparing the two seasons, but in your final season at Dortmund, the situation was similar in that the team experienced a lot of bad luck, and then the results were affected, and it took a long time to get out of it. But you did, and you lifted. And I just wonder whether there's what you did then, because you went on.
I stepped back, and then we turned it. No, actually not. We turned it while around. I was stepping back. When I announced that I will leave at the end of the season, then. We played a good part in that season. Yeah, that's true.
I don't suppose you won't be doing that here.
No, it's not my plan.
But what was it that did lift them? Because it was quite a big turnaround in that season, didn't it? In the confidence of the side, which is clearly the problem here as well.
Yeah, but the difference that time was that when players, so we had the winter break, so we had actually a really good second part of the season, full second part of the season. So not only then, but I don't know exactly, it was in March or April when I said that I want to leave after the season. The whole second part of that season was good, was nearly normal, I would say, from where we were coming from. So players came back from injury and we started playing our football again. We have the players came back here. So far, it didn't work out. So that's the main difference. That's the main difference. We tried a lot, and in moments it worked out very well, and in other moments not. So this inconsistency is the most annoying part of it, to be honest. But still, we have to keep doing and keep trying.
Go on then, Paul.
Watching the highlights back.
And your name?
I was watching the highlights back of the game from Saturday, and one of the basic things is there was no tackle for the third goal. Nobody made the tackle. Do you have to remind them that reputations have gone, and you've just got to do the basics again?
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, because you asked the question now, I can already imagine the article you write, but I will not read it anyway, so that's fine. Look, yes, it's right. Football is based on basics, definitely. And yes, I was not happy with it. But I said it directly after the game, I think. There was an open ball in midfield before the first goal. Pass to the outside, too deep, no challenge. Going inside, passing to the other side, square ball, goal. This was their second goal, the first goal in the second half. And the third goal is 4 or 5 versus 1. And then the pass arrives still in the box. Yeah, that's not possible. But we are not the first team that happened to. And yes, we have to make sure that we have a completely different approach of challenges again. So 100%. True.
Paul, last one.
That was something you first mentioned, though, after the Wolves cup tie at home, 2-2. You said about the lack of tackles then, so why are the players still not doing that?
So there are different things. It's like in the second half at City, we were much too open. So we face the team. They even when you're really compact, they still find a way to play through the lines. Gundogan, De Bruyne, wherever they are, Rodri finds a way to the centre halves. Last in that game now with Stones, really calm on the ball, just waiting until it opens up and push it through. So that's already difficult when you are compact. When you're not compact, it's like for them, it's like a birthday party. So like, okay, boof, put it through. That means that the actual challenge is impossible because we are too far away. So, and that's in that game and in that specific game now. Where other games, but it's very often the same reason. If we are not compact enough, and I know it was for a long time we had here the conversation about high line when people expose us with passing behind, but without a high line in these moments, there's no. So we could say we wait completely, we sit back completely, but that's not us at all. So we are. But if you are in that, you need a high last line to be compact. In the moment the line is high, the midfielders that step up, and then of course front 3 or 2 or whatever you have there. They have to be around that as well, so that everybody's close enough to react on a pass and have then the challenge really. So and that's how we said basics. So that's not rocket science, and didn't turn into rocket science overnight. It's still possible, and that's what we have to demand, and that's what we have to show, and that's what we have to do.